How to wash and protect your undercarriage like a pro.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
And this is DIY Detail. Today we have this 4Runner here. We've washed the outside, but the underside has a lot of salt accumulation. How do you get rid of that salt easily, safely, and without breaking the budget?
That's a good question, Ivan.
Right.
Do you have the answer?
Well, one of these tools, these are undercarriage sprayers. They're inexpensive, they're easy to get. You can find them on Amazon, and they do a great job. Now, in here, I have a very, very special chemical.
Kind of a high-tech, niche chemical. Not a lot of people have heard of it.
Right. You'll probably find it somewhere in your kitchen, and it's called baking soda. Baking soda is one of these things that everyone has, and we forget over time just how useful it is. Well, for car cleaning, the only use I have for it is the undercarriage. Baking soda neutralizes salt, and that's what we're wanting to do in the spring. We want to neutralize salt. We don't want to get in there necessarily with a pressure washer or one of those dry ice machines. Sure, if you got a collector car, but we want to neutralize the salt. The easy way of neutralizing salt is just baking soda. Now, this little tool here is designed as a foam cannon, and that's what I have here. I have my foam cannon bowl, but I have a solution of baking soda in it. And basically you just keep adding baking soda until it doesn't dissolve anymore. Every water reacts differently depending on the TDS of your water, but it's normally about 2 ounces of baking soda in there.
I was gonna say a TDS of water, people may not know that.
Right.
They may not know what this foam cannon is. Can we just back up a little bit?
Yeah.
All right, so I get this thing on Amazon.
Yep.
And we're gonna have a link to the description.
It comes with the foam cannon.
Comes with the foam cannon.
Yeah.
And then we put what, about 2 ounces of baking soda in to fill the rest of the water?
Yes. So basically you want to keep adding baking soda, mixing it up until, and that's why I have white on me because I got a little baking soda on me. But basically what you're wanting to do is keep adding baking soda, stir it around, add a little more baking soda, stir it around. And when you get to the point where the baking soda isn't dissolving into the water anymore, in other words, you're at the saturation point, that is when you stop adding baking soda.
TDS, total dissolved solids, that's what's in your water, how hard your water is, minerals, all that.
Yeah.
So listen, Ivan, and we can work with that information.
Yeah.
All right.
It's simple, it's easy. Next, we get that baking soda mixture up in there as much as we can, everywhere we can. And these are fun to use. Now, you want to make sure that when you're starting it, it's already under the vehicle, or else it'll hit the ceiling. So the next step, once the baking soda is sat there for a few minutes, give it time to work, is actually to rinse it. Now, this one comes with different tips that you can put down there, but you have to screw and unscrew them all the time. So we have another one that we have just for rinsing. Again, these are very inexpensive, and it's a nice thing to have, actually.
Ivan's gonna rinse. We've got incredible suds in the foam cannon. I'm very excited.
Again, you don't want to go past the vehicle when you're using this. Just to give you an idea, I'll aim it up a little at an angle here, but you can see the pressure that this has. Actually, since the vehicle is wet, let me show you something. I wouldn't do this normally, but we'll give you an idea. That's how much pressure it has.
If folks are wondering where these water beads came from, Ivan, there was a ceramic coating involved.
Yes, we ceramic coated this. It was on a live stream, so check it out. There'll be a link down below. Now, the foam cannon, same idea as before, but now we're gonna get suds instead of the baking soda. This is gonna get in the suds. You know what Incredible Suds does. Well, we're doing it to the underside of the vehicle. Again, you don't want to start outside the vehicle or else you'll be wearing suds up to the ceiling.
You're really getting the inside of the wheel well, Ivan.
Well, you can see how this gets everywhere. So this foam is, because of the thickness of the foam and the way it works, and this pressure washer, it encapsulates everything under there. So we got, first of all, the baking soda, then we rinse it off. Next, the suds to get a little more grit and dirt off of there. We'll rinse it again, then we'll add protection.
I guess the question is, do I need this? Who would be a good candidate for this process?
Anyone who drives on a winter road with salt.
And you can't mess this up?
No, you can't.
Okay.
There you go. Take that one. So the foam coming out from under the vehicle is definitely not clean. We can see the amount of dirt within that foam.
It's good to have a squeegee around for jobs like this.
Yeah, this is a job that will take a bit of time, not too much, but a lot of water. Your pressure washer will get a workout for sure. Next, we rinse. Next up, Nick, what do you have in your hands?
Quick beads.
Yes. We want to protect the underside of the vehicle, and that's where Quick Beads comes in.
I had to look down and make sure it wasn't the baking soda.
Yes, no, this is Quick Beads. So hook it up.
Quick Beads is our water-activated ceramic sealant.
Right.
We spray it on wet paint that's clean. We let it dwell, we rinse it off. On the undercarriage though, how does it work?
Same thing. We're spreading it using the foam cannon. You've seen us use the foam cannon to apply Quick Beads before, and if you haven't, you should. Actually, why don't you do it, Nick?
Does this guarantee some fun here?
Yes.
So this is how we're protecting it without getting under there and scrubbing each surface with a towel and applying a protectant product. We're letting this do the work for us.
Yeah, and like that.
Like that.
Yeah. Make sure you start it under the vehicle. Now, Nick has never used this before, so I'm going to stand back.
I'm pretty sure it's intuitive. And then do we go back there?
Yep.
You're right, this is fun, Ivan. Having toys to play with and cleaning the car.
Now for the Quick Bead solution, it was very easy. Use 500 milliliters of water and 2 ounces of Quick Beads.
We've done the front, we've done the side, we've done the back. We've got a lot of squeegeeing to do, but I'm hoping we're done.
Not quite yet, Nick.
We're not done yet?
Last rinse. So here you go.
With Quick Beads, we gotta activate it. We spray it on, we activate it, we rinse it off at the same time. Usually on paint, we'll spray it on a panel, we'll rinse it up as it froths, and then we'll make sure we do a full rinse down. I'm not sure how to rinse up and rinse down, Ivan, with the Quick Beads on the undercarriage, so I'm just gonna thoroughly rinse.
Yeah, we're just rinsing at this point, Nick. There's no up or down.
Ivan, how critical is this rinse step?
On the undercarriage, Nick, it's not that critical, but still a good way to activate the quick beads. Of course, on the paint, you definitely want to rinse the quick beads extremely well. If we have a bit of streaking on the undercarriage, it might not be that much of a problem. So Nick, with a little help from a kitchen chemical, baking soda, we're able to clean the undercarriage quickly, easily, and simply.
We showed them a process they may not have done before. And that's what we do here. So if you found value in this video and the education we provide, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're like, whoa, I saw those water beads and I didn't really know what to say.
Yeah.
I kind of would like those on my paint. Where could they go, Evan?
Probably right here, Nick.